Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're really digging into accountability, looking at a specific case.
That's right. We've got documentation from the firm Bedsore Law about a really tragic wrongful death case in Maryland.
Yeah, the headline is stark, the $750,000 settlement. But we want to go deeper than just the number.
Exactly. We're looking at the failures, the systemic issues, and importantly, the legal work that led to that result. How did they actually secure that accountability?
Okay, let's start with the person at the center of this, Robert. He was 82, living in this nursing facility.
And critically, he had limited mobility. He depended entirely on the staff there for, well, pretty much everything, especially getting around safely.
That dependency is key, isn't it?
Yeah.
The record showed the facility knew this.
Absolutely. They knew he had balance problems, knew he was frail, a clear high fall risk, but the initial investigation showed they just didn't implement a proper fall prevention plan.
What does a proper plan even look like in that situation?
Well, it should have included things like, bed alarms, definitely using gate belts for every single transfer, maybe one-on-one supervision when he was moving, basic standard safety measures.
And the absence of that plan led to, well, it wasn't just one incident.
No, and this is where it gets really concerning. Over just 3 months, Robert fell multiple times.
Multiple times.
Yes. The third fall, that was the fatal one. He suffered a traumatic head injury, a brain bleed. He passed away just a few days later.
That pattern, the repeated falls, that must have been central to the legal case.
It absolutely was. It established what's called constructive knowledge in legal terms. Basically, the facility knew or should have known there was a serious ongoing danger because he kept falling.
So they couldn't just claim the final fall was an unfortunate, isolated accident.
Precisely. The argument, led by attorney Joe Musso and the Bedsore Law team, was that because they knew the risk and failed to act after the first falls, the fatal fall was essentially a direct result of their ongoing negligence. It wasn't just bad luck. It was a failure to meet the standard of care.
So how did the legal team, Bedsore Law, actually prove that connection? What evidence did they use to show it was systemic failure, not just, say, one staff member's mistake?
They really dug into the facility's own records, charting, staffing logs, shift change notes. The evidence showed clear understaffing, yes, but also a lack of training.
And specifically relating to Robert's final fall.
Right. The records indicated he was left unsupervised in an unsafe situation. Critically, staff failed to use the proper equipment, like a mechanical lift, or even just the right transfer technique he needed because of his frailty.
So he was essentially put in a position where a fall was almost inevitable.
That was the argument, strongly supported by expert testimony. Geriatric care specialists reviewed those records and confirmed the care provided fell way below the accepted medical standards. It painted a picture of systemic neglect.
And the outcome of all this?
After, significant litigation, the facility agreed to settle the case for $750,000.
That's the financial accountability. But there's a human side too, the family's perspective.
Yes, and their words really underscore the importance. Robert's daughter, Linda, spoke about the firm providing compassion alongside the legal fight to hold the facility accountable.
And his son?
His son, Mark, mentioned the firm's relentless pursuit of justice and how personally involved they were. So that settlement, it represents more than just money. It's about acknowledging a profound failure.
So boiling it down, the case really turned on proving the facility knew about the repeated falls, knew the risks, but just ignored them.
Yeah.
Failed to implement basic safety.
Exactly. They ignored known risks and standard protocols. The detailed records and expert analysis were crucial in demonstrating that the system itself failed Robert.
It really makes you think about the standards we expect, doesn't it?
It does. And Joe Musso, the attorney, put it very directly. He said, "No family should have to endure the pain of losing a loved one due to nursing home negligence."
A powerful sentiment.
And this Maryland case is a concrete example of how that fight for accountability works in practice when things go tragically wrong.
Absolutely. It raises questions for all of us, really. What level of documentation, what staffing, what safety protocols do you expect or demand for vulnerable people? This case shows inaction or poor documentation can be just as negligent as actively doing harm. That's a crucial takeaway.